Daniel, you're next, buddy.
Okay.
How did you meet?
I didn't
Ayda?
I didn't prepare anything really. Well, yeah. So Ayda is my mom. So she's good job, Curtis. And she's a pretty good mom. And
you have something actually you can deliver to her with your guitar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
You're going to sing your message, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. She's great.
Jamie!
Alright, Jamie.
You're up.
I'm Ayda's nephew. Yeah, nephew. And we're in close touch, kind of.
You're in what?
Close touch, kind of.
Close touch.
I don't know. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie.
There you go.
Grandpa next.
Grandpa?
Nick Dadian. I'm the father of Curtis and the father-in-law of beautiful Ayda. We love all of you for being here and thank you very, very much. My life and Kurt's life are very, very different. When I was courting my wife,
Let me know when we can trade once in a while.
my father insisted I escort my mother to her sister's wedding so I would meet and see and talk and fall in love with Bessie and marry her. That was very, very easy and simple to do. Both parents were in favor of it. When Curtis was getting married, it was a battle. It was a battle. He had to convince many, many people. He made the trip to Aleppo how many times? Married beautiful Ayda, and so I am very, very fortunate to have a daughter-in-law like Ayda. She treats me beautifully, and I love her in many, many ways. And she's a winner, and she helps all of us become winners. I love you, Ayda.
I love you.
My name is Rocky, and this is my wife, Bridget, and we live right up the street, and we know Ayda through Curtis. And we met probably, it was about a year and a half ago or so. So Curtis and I grew up playing tennis together. We grew up at a small club called West End, and played against each other in high school. So I played for Rolling Hills, he played for South, and since then lost touch with Curtis, and he sent out 3,000 emails, I think it was, to all the local executives in San Diego. And as I was cleaning out my junk mail, my inbox, I delete, and then all of a sudden, right at the end of my delete, I saw a Curtis Dadian. I'm all, Curtis Dadian. It's been 25 years, Curtis, at least.
Wow. You're aging.
25 years.
Actually, no, I got it. Wow.
So we hadn't probably talked or seen each other for 25 plus years. And I went back to my deleted files, and it did say Curtis Dadian. I sent a reply back, not knowing if he would get it or if it went into a junk mail. I said, the Curtis Dadian, the tennis player from SoCal.
Yeah.
And I got a response back the next day. And we ended up connecting and catching up on our lives from 25 years ago. We met at the Brigantine for lunch and just shared about our stories and where we went to college and families. He's got 3 kids, I have 3 kids, and then he invited me over to his lovely home where we met his wife, Ayda, for the very first time during the holidays. And so that's where we made our connection, and we've been reconnected, and ironically we bought a house three doors down. So our kids have gotten together and played, and it's just been a great rekindling, I guess, of our friendship. There was a funny story he shared with me the last, I think, month ago that we went out. Is that okay to share that story when you and Ayda went to? I think you were in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken, and you were snorkeling with Ayda, and you decided to play a joke, and you put the fish food in her bikini, and you stuffed the fish food in the bikini, and you guys went snorkeling, and all the fish grabbed and attacked her. And from what I heard, she wasn't too happy about that.
In return, I tried to drown him.
You tried to drown him?
It's not hard.
Does he have like a
Right.
You wouldn't have had the party.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
that was a fun story.
I
But
don't think they have that anymore. I think since that incident, they canceled the fish feeding.
I think
No
they
more
Tax
fish. No more
Yeah.
tourists coming in.
but
Anyway, that's
Awesome.
that's who we are, and thanks for inviting us, and happy
Thank you for
birthday, Ayda.
coming.
Thanks, Rocky. Cool.
you already introduced me.
Yeah.
Hola.
I'm
I'm Alex Huge, my wife Elizabeth. We moved into this neighborhood about a year and a half ago, and I heard that there was a big tennis pro in the neighborhood. So my house have a tennis court, and I was just dying to get back into playing tennis. So I called Curtis to see if he would lower himself to play with me. I'm not a tennis pro. So after several calls and emails trying to get Curtis into my house, he actually came down. We played tennis. We hit it off. We just became friends, and we met Ayda, and we've been very lucky to sort of being part of Curtis and Ayda's family. I've been playing tennis with Kale. He's a great tennis player, and it's just been wonderful. One of the, we're sort of very blessed to live in this neighborhood with people like you guys. It's been wonderful. You guys are amazing, and I'm so glad you guys are here.
Thanks, likewise. Thank you.
Okay, now it's the relatives' turn. I'm a cousin of Onyx. We're first cousins. Our sisters, our mothers were sisters. I used to be Mananian. I'm Dare now. Used to be Darian. Anyhow, Onyx and Bessie moved out a year after we did because we all lived in Wisconsin. I used to spend all my summers, or a lot of summers, in Wisconsin. And, we were all young, but I guess I was kind of a homemaker. I thought I was an old lady, and I was taking care of my cousins because their mother died. So I spent a lot of time with them. And then we kind of lost contact from each other. And they moved out here a year after we did. And of course, they lived in a different city. And all through Curtis's courtship, that was the funnest part, because Bessie and I talk on the phone a lot. And I heard about his courtship, and oh my gosh, it's a fairy tale. It really is. I love to tell people about it. So anyhow, we keep in contact as much as we can. Thank God for telephones, and we can talk as long as we want, which is too much. So I'm so happy to be here. They told me I was coming sometime anyhow, but I rushed it a little so I could see Ayda's birthday, and happy birthday. She's a sweet girl. Yes, I'm glad he got me.
It's your turn. My name is Sevan, and my husband Armen. I met Ayda 10 years ago. She was like my sister friend back home, but I met her here. She's my best friend, and I like her so much. That's it. Okay, where is the beer?
Sevan just introduced me as her husband, which is pretty much the way I get introduced everywhere. But that doesn't mean that there isn't some common ground. Curtis and I actually have followed in this very similar footsteps. My wife was also vacationing here some 12 odd years ago, but in Philadelphia. And that's where I'm originally from. So I had my family call, why don't you come over to Philadelphia? There's a christening going on. So that's how I met my wife. But the similarities overlap in that I also had an equally time courting her. They wouldn't want to give her up to me. Didn't get her. So I also made the trip to Syria and proved that I was worthy. So
How long did that take you?
What, the whole trip?
No,
The
proving part.
about a solid 3 weeks of
Yeah.
Did you ever take the wedding dress with them? Did you ever take the wedding dress?
No, I didn't do that. And I was smart enough to know I actually came back once they said yes, grabbed the whole family, took them back to Syria to get married over there. So we did a little bit of that.
Okay, the secret is don't let them go back. That's
No,
what I did.
no,
That's
no.
what I did. She came here and I held on.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier when I said.
My name's Shannon, and my husband and I met Curtis and Ayda when we moved into our Sabre Springs homes.
Yep.
I think it was 1997.
Correct.
And I think Kale was like 2. Yes, he was a toddler, and we had our children together, and I got to know Ayda through neighborhood functions, and we just always gravitated towards each other, and I find your love story just amazing. And I just love talking to Ayda with all her idioms, and she'd ask like, well, what is this, or how do you say this? And we always had such good laughs, and I've always appreciated your friendship. It is true, and you are such a good person. And Curtis, you're amazing, and I'm so glad I could be here, and just happy birthday to you.
Thank you.